My problem and my concern for the NBA is I think now they're paid. It's stupid money. There's a lot of money. There's ridiculous amounts of money, and now I'm making $1 million a week.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody listening here, probably 80% of the people that listen to a podcast will never make $1 million, and have it in the bank.
Yeah.
Okay. They might make $1 million if they add all their salaries together for 25 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Or 20 years, and it could be less depending on your salary. But after taxes, after you're spending stuff, saving money, it's so hard. They're making it a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. You give a 18-year-old kid $200 million. How motivated are these people? Yeah. Any of them? I don't care who it is. It would be hard for me, for an average person to say, that's their first contract. I mean, now their first contract's lower, but with shoe contracts, they're making that. Then the second contract, it's like, well, $300, $400, $500 million contracts. I mean, and that's contracts. That's not endorsements.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. So I think you got guys not playing, not trying, and then I don't know. You got to have something in you, Anthony Edwards. It's going to be hard. Anthony Edwards, this young guy, he's going to have $1 billion worth of earnings by the time he retires.
Oh, easy. Not even close.
With just the NBA contract,
it'll be more than $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
Now, if you think of if everybody
he can only play for the next 5 years.
Just stop and think. What would life change if you could just put $1 million in your bank right now?
Yeah.
Then think of doing that 999 more times. And then do it again and you got your $1 billion. Then you say, oh, crud, I forgot. I make more in endorsements.
Yeah.
And 10% interest. By doing nothing, 10% interest off $1 billion. 10%. It's insane. I'm $100 million doing nothing. So is it hard to get up at 4 a.m? Yeah. I'm not afraid that I'm not getting my second contract because I right now have taken care of my generation, my next kid's generation, and they can all be ridiculous gamblers and lose bad, and they're still fine. So anyway, I think the NBA, unless they get some draft picks that have I don't think Cooper's going to be that I mean, I think he's going to be a good player, but I don't know. He doesn't have that charisma. I don't know who's going to have it, but they're going to need it. I think they've got Anthony Edwards.
So
that's it. Luka is fun to watch.
Yeah.
But
I just put in the old $1 billion if you were to get interest on that. For a low risk investment, you're looking at $20 to $30 million a year just in the interest.
That's a low interest.
Yeah.
That's a CD.
Yeah.
That's a no.
Slightly higher risk, get a 10% annual return, you're looking at $100 million
Okay, so
a year.
Again, to perspective, if you get a terrible interest rate off $1 billion, that's still that's almost $2 million a month.
Yes.
That's $1 million every 2-week paycheck. So I'm sorry. How many kids that are at the vending machine right now, like saying, crap, I need another $1 to get my pop, my Gatorade. And now they can what, I can not only buy this Gatorade, I can buy all the Gatorade in the state of Tennessee, and I'd still have a lot of money. You can go, and when you start driving, this is what they're doing. They're driving through neighborhoods going, I could make a phone call and buy this neighborhood.
The whole neighborhood.
And I wouldn't even notice.
Yep.
What are your superpowers again? I'm rich.
I think I might buy the next neighborhood.
It wouldn't even hurt their bank account.
Nothing. It would do nothing. It's like, I don't care. Just leave them vacant.
Yeah.
Just leave it vacant. I'm fine. That's the stupid money. So I think that's what's really hard about this whole thing. I think the NBA, there's so much money. The motivation, I don't know. It's just crazy. So how many of them are getting up at 4 a.m? I can see them doing it for the first salary. Second salary, less and less. Yeah. And that's why when they say, are they playing? I feel like I got a hurt shoulder. Look how many games Michael Jordan played on average. You look back in the day, that's how they played all the time. At Kobe's funeral, his wife spoke and said, why didn't he take time off? And he said, because I don't know if a fan came to watch me play one time. I want to make sure I let them watch me.
Yeah.
And you don't have that mentality anymore. They're thinking, I ain't going to play much. I'm not going to get sore. And if I don't make it to the playoffs, it's not the end of the world. I'm just going for salary.
Yep.